Hello, welcome to episode 2.
There's our blanket, excellent.
An asymmetrical twist. Dropping and sinking up.
Notice how so just notice.
Joining us for the second episode of next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome to episode 48 of Namaste Yoga. I'm here with my good friend Paul Gangadine, and he is from Play-U Yoga. That's Play, P-L-A-Y-U yoga.com, right?
Pure Life IU Yoga.
Pure Life IU Yoga. So Paul is participating in this week's class, and next week we are going to have the privilege of taking a class with him because he's going to be teaching a Kriya Yoga class for us next week. But this week we're finishing up the final class in our series of classes on the Ayurvedic Doshas, and this week we're going to be balancing the Kapha Dosha, the excess Kapha that gets accumulated and built up in the body. So this class is designed for Kaphas. And the way we're going to start is with some right nostril breathing. So if you want some props or anything to make yourself more comfortable to sit, then go ahead and do that, or even sit your back of your body against the wall. That would be totally fine. And then go ahead and just place your hand over your left nostril and begin breathing in and out through your right nostril. When you breathe in and out through your right nostril, this is the sun channel of your nostrils, and this helps to create heat and fire in the body, which is really important for Kaphas. Kaphas are dominated by water and earth, and so they need the balancing factors of fire and air, and this one helps to bring some fire into the body. So the Kapha Dosha is all about the supporting and nourishing. If you think about it in our body, it's the living tissue of our body that holds everything together. And excess Kapha in our body can show up as mucus or phlegm. And it literally means something that makes things stick together. And you can think of that in your body in terms of the watery substance in the body that holds everything together, phlegm that is kind of sticky, but also in a more metaphorical way too. Kapha people are the kind of people that hold things together. They're really loyal and friendly, and they bring people together. The main sites of Kapha in the body are the chest, the throat, and the head and the upper body. So if you think about when you get a cold or sinus infection or allergies, mucus production takes place in that part of the body. And also asthmatics too would be really high Kaphas. Kaphas endow us with emotion and feeling. Kapha people are loving and caring. They're devoted and faithful. And they keep us in harmony both internally and externally. They unite us with others. Another sign of imbalanced Kapha tends to be excess weight gain, a little bit of swollenness under the skin because of buildup fluid under the skin. And so what Kaphas really need is to stimulate. They need a practice that's stimulating and moving and warming. And then the other sort of drawback when Kapha becomes imbalanced is that they can tend towards inertia and stagnation. So Kaphas are quite happy being couch potatoes, and they have to be encouraged to get going. They also have a really hard time getting up in the morning, and so this is another thing where we have to really push Kaphas to get going, and they need a more vigorous practice. So I want you to just let all that land and see what it means to you and what aspects of it relate to you, and also what aspects of it don't relate to you. And then begin to create an intention around how you would like to practice today to remove excess kapha from your body, how this practice could best serve you right now. Okay, so if you're still doing the right nostril breathing, you can lower your left hand and just take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. And so because kaphas need a vigorous practice, we're gonna get right to it. Let's stand up. Okay, so we'll stand at the tops of our mats to begin for some sun salutations, and we're going to begin with sun salutation that I learned at Esther Meyer's. It's a really nice one to warm up the spine, and we can think of this sun salutation as a warm-up for the body. That's what we're going to use it as today. So begin with your hands at your heart position. Inhale, reach up and lift your heart up towards the sun. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest, roll forward through your spine. Inhale, walk your right foot back. Exhale, walk your left foot back. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, sit back onto your heels for child's pose. Long spine here. Pause and breathe in. Breathe out, round up through your back like an angry cat. Tuck your tail under and come into cobra. Great positions for kaphas. Tuck your toes under, breathe in, breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right foot in. Breathe out, left foot in. Breathe in, we'll roll up through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, walk your left foot back. Exhale, walk your right foot back. Step into downward facing dog. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, child's pose. Pause and breathe in here. Breathe out, round up through your back, tuck your tail under, come through for cobra. Inhale, toes tuck under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your left foot in. Exhale, walk your right foot in. Inhale, roll up through your spine, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So it's been interesting because each week when we record these shows, it feels like the element that's associated with the dosha shows up. And this week, can you feel the ground is so wet? And that's very kapha, right? Yes. I can feel the wet coming through my mat, so I'm connecting to my kapha nature. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, chin to your chest, roll forward. Now inhale, walk your right foot back. This time, lower your right knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, sweep up, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right toes under. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, child's pose. Pause, breathe in here. Breathe out, round up through your back. Tuck your tail under, cobra. Inhale, toes come under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot in. Exhale, left foot in. Inhale, roll up through your spine. And exhale, hands to your heart. So this time, as we go through the second round, just ask yourselves or reflect on how you're finding this practice, if you find it stimulating in your body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, child's pose. Pause and inhale. Exhale, round up through your back, tuck your tail under, cobra. Inhale, toes under. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot in. Exhale, right foot in. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, so for our third time through, we'll do a more, now I've never trained Ashtanga, but more traditional Ashtanga will do the plank through to Chaturanga. So it's even more heating and warming and challenging for the body now that we're a little bit warmed up. So inhale, reach up. And this time we'll do, exhale, we'll do a flat back hinge, come forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, plank. Breathe in here. Breathe out, elbows in, lower down, option to lower your knees. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot in. Exhale, left foot in. Bend your knees. Inhale, flat back to come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flat back hinge. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, right foot back, plank, flat back. Breathe in. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot in. Exhale, right foot in. Inhale, flat back to come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Warm?
Yes.
Warm? Okay, good. Now let's continue to do this practice, this nice warming and vigorous practice. Come to the back of your mat. We're going to take a giant step forward with your left foot. Right toes are turned in slightly. Hips are square to the front of your mat. Bend your front left knee. Back leg is straight and arc the arms up. So warrior one. So great pose, builds strength. It's great because there's this openness through the chest, through that site of excess kapha in the body. Okay, so release the posture from your body. Step your feet together and come to the back of your mat again. And we'll do the pose on the other side. So another generous step forward, this time with the right foot. Back leg is straight, toes turned in slightly, hips face the front of your mat, bending the front right knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. So as you hold the pose on this side, turn inward and begin to reflect on how this pose is motivating for you. And if it's not motivating, just notice that too. Okay, release this pose from your body and come towards the back of your mat again. Okay, so this time we'll take a big step forward with the left foot. right toes are turned in slightly. Bend your front left knee. Turn your right hip back and your left hip forward so your hips face the long side of your mat. But just be careful to keep that knee rolling out over the second and third toes. So check this out. If I start rolling my hips all the way around for me to bring them flush to the mat, look what happens to my knee, and that's not great at all for the knee joint. So choose a square knee here over square hips. And then bring the arms up and gaze over your left fingertips here. Slowly lower your arms and turn your toes so they face front. Hinge from your hips. Come forward into a wide-legged standing forward fold. Now turn your right toe towards the back of your mat. Bend your right knee, come upright. Bring your arms up parallel to the ground, gazing over your right fingertips. And as you hold the pose on this side, ask yourself to what extent you experience stability in this pose. Okay, and slowly lower. Find your way out of the pose. And we'll finish the warrior poses with warrior 3. So stand on your left leg. Let's do it this way today, where you take your arms straight overhead. And supporting yourself on your left leg, hip hinge, and bring your torso, arms, and back leg parallel to the ground. And as you hold the pose on this side, ask yourself, how do you experience support in your body? And then release the posture from your body on this side. Just take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh out through your mouth. And then we'll do the posture on your other side. Now, I was thinking how much I like that pose. As soon as I got into, oh, I love this pose, then over it came. Okay, there's probably something about ego in there, right?
Want to lift.
Yeah.
Lower.
Right. Yeah, so Paul is saying you want to, as much as you can, keep your hips square to the ground, but that's a challenging thing, especially if your hamstrings are a little tight, which most people's are, I think. Inhale, bring the arms straight up again. Exhale, standing on your right leg this time, hinge forward through your hips. Great. And on this side, as you experience the posture, ask yourself how you experience support in your life. Good stuff. All right, coming out of the pose. Let's just shake that out a little bit. So now we're gonna do another pose to build heat in the body. My personal favorite to forget to do in my own practice. Do you guys have those poses that you never do unless somebody else instructs you to do? This would be one of them. I can do it, but never choose to. But you know, we can look at our own constitution. So you know, I got enough fire in me already. I don't need to add any more. Okay, let's inhale, bring our arms straight out in front of you. Breathe in and breathe out. Sit back as though you're sitting down in one of those little kindergarten chairs. And ask yourself what it's like to invite heat and fire into your body. Sit back towards your heels. And inhale and come up. Okay, let's face the camera for the next one. And this time we'll inhale, take your arms straight overhead, breathe in, breathe out, and sit back again. So just notice what's happening, if you're experiencing resistance to this, or you know, if you're Pitta, you might kind of love the challenge of this, and your ambitious nature might be embracing it. Okay, and then up and out of the pose. Okay, take a deep breath. So just before we come and move on and away from our standing postures, let's do a little chest opener to open that site where Kapha tends to accumulate. Yeah, the Kaphas have big, big hearts, I know. Yeah, I'm married to a Kapha, thank gosh. Isn't it? So that's, I think it's so interesting because I tend to be this Vata Pitta combination, I think. Paul's the expert. And then I'm married to this Kapha, and I think it's like perfect balance, you know? How about you? Yeah, because I need my Kapha to hold everything together while I'm running around like a mad woman and getting stressed out.
What does your Kapha have to say about the Vata Pitta?
Kapha.
Happy wife, happy life.
He says happy wife, happy life. See, that's such a Kapha response. Okay, so let's open up our hearts, like Kaphas do so easily. Roll your shoulders broad and wide. Interlace your fingers behind your back and lift and open your chest. Okay, and then gently release. Roll your shoulders back and down. Come to the front of your mat. And we're gonna move between down dog and up dog to create heat in the body and to do another back bend to open up the heart. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, step back into downward facing dog. Okay, so from here we're going to move back and forth between down dog and upward facing dog. So tuck your tail under, roll your spine forward, coming into upward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale and come back. So in upward facing dog, the legs stay off the ground. Breathe in, exhale as you roll through. pause and breathe into your chest here. Exhale and come on back. So go back and forth between the two here. And let's do one more like that. And what it's like to feel this moving and stimulation in your body as you do this. And then you can lower your knees and sit back onto your heels. Okay, so you can roll up, and we're going to do a down dog on our forearms as an inversion, building strength in the upper body, opening up your chest. Maybe we'll even do the version where you can walk from side to side, which is kind of groovy, and we'll open up all those intercostal muscles. So come down onto your forearms, tuck your toes under, breathe in, breathe out, lift your hips. Pressing your elbows into the ground. And from here you can walk your feet over to the side to get kind of a twist and an inversion here. And then take a break when you need to. You can do the other side as well. And come back center. Whew. Even Kaphas deserve a rest, right? Okay, roll yourself up. I need a little water break. I don't know about you.
Too much heat.
See, this is the fire. Lots of fire for me. Okay, so from here we're going to come to standing on our knees. And in this position, I want you to think about opening the front of your hips and tucking your tail under. And then inhale, take your left arm up and over. Look over at your left heel. And you can reach around and hold on to your left heel. And then just arc your right arm up. So Kaphas are very loving people, and as you hold the pose on this side, you can ask yourself, how am I open to love in my life? So come forward here and come into a counter pose, into child's pose. And in child's pose, ask yourself in what ways you express compassion and receive compassion. Slowly come up onto your knees again. And again, open up the fronts of your hips, tuck your tail under. Inhale, open your right arm up, look up and over at your right heel and reach down and hold on. It can be useful to tuck your toes under here too. That can be great. And then arc your left arm up and lift and open your chest. Okay, and then coming out of this side, coming back into child's pose. Okay, and then come back up onto your knees one more time. Paul, what would you like to do? Modified or full version?
Do full?
You'll do.
Are you talking about the reverse bow?
Oh, full camel.
Oh, we can do full camel, yeah.
Okay, so Paul's going to demonstrate full camel, and I'm going to demonstrate a modified version. Sound good? Okay, so come up onto your knees again. Open up through the front of your hips. So why don't you go ahead and come into it, and I'll sort of talk them through it as you come into it.
Sure. Tuck the tail.
So tail tucks under, sternum lifts, look up, round your spine backwards, and reach down for your heels. And see how Paul does a nice job. This is can be quite challenging, but he does a nice job of really lengthening through his neck here. If that's at all a challenge for you and it feels really compressed in the back of your neck, then you can always do this pose with your chin tucked. This is Vanda Scaravelli always taught backbends with chin tucked, but you can also, if you can find that length in your pose, that's really lovely too. And then the modified version, and feel free to come out of this anytime, Paul, is place your hands on your low waist, roll your shoulders back and down, bring your shoulder blades together, and lift and open your chest. Okay, so find your way out of the pose and come into child's pose. And as you come into child's pose, ask yourself how you can offer yourself comforting presence in child's pose. Now roll yourself up and come into a seated position. Take your legs straight out in front of you. Bend your right leg in, so the right foot's flat on the floor. Wrap your left arm around your right leg and turn toward it. Place your right hand at the base of the spine to lengthen your spine straight up. So twists are great for Kaphas. They create heat in the body, they encourage digestion, they help to eliminate that excess fat around the midsection. Now turn your body back, front and center. Switch your legs. Bend your left leg in. Wrap your right arm around your left leg, turn toward it. Place your left hand at the base of your spine and lengthen your spine up. Nice. And come back center. Okay, so let's turn and face forward. We're gonna work with cow's face pose. So take both legs out in front of you and we're gonna mirror the camera, okay? All right, so bend your right leg in. Cross your right leg over your left leg. And that might be enough for today. You can also see about moving your left heel up towards your right buttocks. And if you can do that without being really lifted on that right side, then great. But if not, just bring your bottom leg out again. So from here, you may need a strap. So do you want to just throw us a strap here? We're going to add the arms because it's great to open up the chest. Okay, so let's internally rotate your right arm, bring your right arm up your back, and then bring your left hand up and over to meet it. And maybe the fingers meet, and if the fingers don't meet, you can always use your strap here and then just walk your hands together on your strap. Okay, so release your arms. And we'll do a twist in this pose too. So twist to one side. And then twist to your other side. Come back center and shake your legs out. Wiggle your hips, shake your legs. Okay, so for the next one, I'll turn sideways and Paul will stay facing you. And this time you'll cross your left leg over your right leg. And then maybe fold your right heel up to your left buttocks. And again, if this side is perched way off the ground, then keep that right leg straight out in front of you. So your legs want to sort of flop forward like shoelaces here. Now you'll internally rotate your left arm and bring your left arm up your back. And then bring your right arm up and over. And here, this is a great spot to use the strap if your hands aren't coming together. Think about rooting down through the tailbone, lengthening up through the spine, and lifting your chest here. Okay, and then release posture. Okay, so from here, come and lie on your back. We'll do a recline twist before you have a short Savasana. So Kaphas need a short Savasana. They're good at resting already. They don't need a lot of rest time in yoga class. So you can draw your knees into your chest and bring your arms out to a soft T. Let's lower your knees to your right side and look over your left shoulder. And then bring your knees back center. Take a breath in the center. And lower your knees over to your other side. Looking over your right shoulder. Bring your legs back to center. Release them to the ground and come into a comfortable position for you to rest for a short Shavasana. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades under a bit. If you have any low back issues, it can be great to do Shavasana with your knees bent, or I even like them when they rest against each other. That can be great. Whatever works for you here, just allow this time to be a place where your physical practice can become integrated in your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let your breath fall out through your mouth. Begin to invite some movement back into your body and feel the back of the body resting on the ground. And bend your knees and roll to your right side. And find your way to a seated position, again, using whatever props you need to make yourself more comfortable. Okay, so we're going to sit for a short seated meditation to finish, and sit and meditate in whatever way that you know how. And if you haven't before, then just allow yourself to sit with your spine straight. Let your attention be on your breath, sensations in your body, thoughts that come in, emotions and memories. So no need to change anything, and no need to block anything out either. And I'm going to lead you into this with this poem by Donna Faulds, which I think is just so reflective of Kapha types. It's called Always Into Love. On this voyage of the soul, may we be bridge builders, our common ground visible beneath the surface differences. May we braid the threads of reconciliation into a chain of possibility that joins, heals, and includes what once seemed separate. May our shared prayer be answered, to grow so open that there is no them or us. Only the one, moving always into love. Take a deep breath into your nose and let it fall out through your mouth. And reflect back on your practice today. What stands out for you? Take another breath in through your nose. Sigh your breath out through your mouth. And start to become aware of the connection. How does that awareness show up or not show up in your day-to-day life? And now take another breath. And begin to create some intention to carry with you into your week. How will you take your practice and your awareness that you gained today in your practice from your mat out into your life? Make it something small so that it's doable and easy to integrate into your everyday life. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, bring your hands to your heart. I want to thank Paul Gangadine once again from Play You Yoga. It's such a pleasure to have him here with us today. And I hope you have a fabulous week. Be sure to tune in for episode 49 of Namaste Yoga because Paul is going to be teaching us Kriya Yoga. Thanks so much. Namaste.